You want a wild story? You came to the right place because what happened to me in Willow Grove Estates will either make you cackle or shake your head in disbelief, or both, honestly. And the punchline is it all started over a car. My name's Daniel Harper, and I'm just a logistics guy who spent most of his adult life grinding away, building my own business from nothing but an old pickup and a stubborn refusal to fail. So when I finally hit it big, I splurged on a little dream of mine, a fire-red Ferrari 488 Spider. Not because I was looking to show off, but because I earned it. And maybe, just maybe, because I wanted something in my life that was pure joy. A reward for the late nights, the missed birthdays, the days when it felt like every door in Savannah was closed to someone like me. You know what I mean? Now, I'd always thought Willow Grove was about as peaceful as a gated Georgia community gets. We're talking neat lawns, folks waving from porches, that sweet illusion of Southern harmony. That's before the Ferrari, though. That car had barely cooled off in my garage before Margaret Ellison, queen of the cul-de-sac bottle blonde and mean as a wet cat, decided my driveway was her personal battleground. She lived right next door with her grown son Ethan, a kid who'd spent more time skipping class than graduating, but Margaret saw him as the future of America, or at least the neighborhood. The very first morning, I'm out in the driveway, just standing there grinning at that Ferrari like a fool, garage door wide open to let in the sunlight, when I hear her voice like nails on a chalkboard. Well, look at that, Daniel. Don't you think that's a bit much for this neighborhood? She's standing there at the hedge, arms crossed so tight, her fake pearls looked like they'd pop. I smile. What else can you do? And say, just admiring my new ride. Margaret? She's not amused. Eyes locked on the Ferrari, then me, and you can feel the judgment rolling off her. My Ethan's graduating this year. She says he'd really appreciate a car like that. Loves American craftsmanship. I almost laughed. It's an Italian car, but I let it go because you learn to pick your battles. That was just the first shot. Soon as the days went by, Ethan starts wandering over whenever I'm outside, headphones blaring, pretending not to look but making sure I see him, like the car might magically become his if he wishes hard enough. Margaret keeps cornering me at the mailbox, the trash cans, you name it, always with these little digs. That car needs a real driver. You know, Daniel, Ethan got his license first try. Like I'm going to hand her son the keys out of neighborly duty. My wife Emily, she's got this way of laughing things off, tells me, she's just jealous. Don't let it get to you. I try to take her advice, but you know that feeling when someone is quietly making you the villain in their story. That's how it was with Margaret. She'd smile in public, but she was working behind the scenes, sowing seeds of drama, like it was her job. One Saturday, I'm out there giving the Ferrari its weekly shine. This is sacred to me, like Sunday service for a car guy when Margaret shows up, lemonade in hand, not offering any. Working hard, I see. Ethan's prom and graduation coming up. His friends are all getting classic cars, limos. A car like that sends a message, success, belonging. She doesn't have to finish. Belonging. That was her message. My ownership of that car was in her mind an insult to her idea of who belongs on this street. Margaret, I say, keeping my tone steady, this car's my achievement. I'm keeping it for myself. She laughs, but there's no humor in it. Tells me I ought to be more generous. Some people understand helping young white men get ahead. That one lands like a slap, but I don't give her the satisfaction. My insurance covers me, no one else. Have a good day, Margaret. She storms off, muttering about selfish neighbors. After that, it's war by 1,000 cuts. Ethan loiters. Margaret glares, and Emily starts getting nervous. She's not going to let this go, Daniel. She's right. I keep telling myself, just stay polite. Don't escalate, but you know how people like that operate. They push and push until you snap. Then comes the real bombshell. It's a Tuesday. I'm finishing a Zoom call when the doorbell rings. There's Margaret, all teeth and fake warmth, asking if Ethan can borrow my Ferrari for his prom and graduation weekend. I actually thought she was joking. Borrow my six-figure car? Not a chance in this world or the next. I tell her straight. That's not happening, Margaret. My insurance, my car, I'm not comfortable. She turns on a dime. Not comfortable. Ethan's a good, hardworking white student, deserves this. Are you saying he's not good enough? The implication is as clear as day. This isn't about Ethan or anything else. It's my car. No one else drives it. That's the end of that, or so I thought. The very next morning, my phone's blowing up. Margaret's put photos on Facebook, her and Ethan posing with the Ferrari in my driveway, grinning like they own the place. The captions, "So proud of my star, Ethan. Can't wait for him to roll up to prom and graduation in his new ride." I take screenshots, my hands shaking. This wasn't just delusion, this was her publicly claiming my car as her son, setting the stage to shame me when I refused. Later that week, she tries again, this time in front of witnesses. "Daniel, you're being unreasonable. It's just one weekend. Ethan deserves this." I tell her loud enough for my security cam to catch. "We've discussed this. No one's borrowing my car. And those Facebook photos claiming it's his is unacceptable." She waves it off, calls me unneighborly, says I'm making it about race, not her. I let her talk. I know what she's up to. Days go by, tension rising, then BAM process server at my door. Margaret and Ethan are suing me for emotional distress, claiming I'd promised him the Ferrari and then publicly humiliated him. They want damages, and get this, they claim I implied he could use it. I nearly choke. Extortion, plain and simple. I call up Emily's friend Laura, a civil litigator in Savannah, lay it all out. Margaret's stunts, the racist comments, the social media posts, everything. Laura's eyes light up when I play her a voicemail Margaret left by accident, ranting about people like us not deserving cars like that. Laura says, "We'll countersue for harassment and defamation. Keep documenting." I install more security cameras, start recording every interaction, dig up every public post I can find. Margaret's got a history, rants against other neighbors, even some racist stuff about an Indian family's yard decorations. I'm building a wall of evidence and I'm pissed, but I stay focused. Prom night comes and goes. Ethan goes in a borrowed minivan, sulking. Then graduation day, 2 p.m. I hear scraping at my garage. My cameras catch everything. Margaret and Ethan, him in cap and gown, trying to pry open the garage with a Slim Jim and a crowbar. Margaret hissing, "Hurry up!" I call 911, voice shaking, but clear. "This is Daniel Harper at 122 Willow Lane. My neighbors are breaking into my garage. It's on live footage." Cops show up. Margaret feigns shock, tells them I promised Ethan the car. Cops see the footage, Ethan caught with the crowbar. They take statements, collect evidence, and advise me to press charges. Laura amends the countersuit. But Margaret isn't done. She fires off HOA emails calling me a racist, tries to rally neighbors. The thing is, folks are tired of her. At a block barbecue, I hear story after story. She's torched more bridges than I knew. The day before court, someone drops a fake text screenshot in my mailbox, proving I'd given Ethan permission. Laura just laughs. Forgery and perjury all in one. Court day comes and it's a scene. Judge Carter, a black woman who brooks no nonsense. Margaret's lawyer sweating bullets. Margaret tries to play the race card, says I'm keeping her son down. Laura just calmly plays the voicemails, lays out the evidence. Judge Carter's had enough, dismisses the suit, fines Margaret $5,000 for wasting the court's time, and refers the break-in to criminal court, maybe even hate crime charges. Margaret loses it, starts yelling about bias, gets slapped with contempt, hauled away in cuffs as the news cameras roll. A week later, Margaret's house is up for sale, Ethan's reputation in tatters, and the rest of the neighborhood starts to breathe easy again. At the next cookout, folks welcome us for real this time. I take the Ferrari for a slow cruise down the block, windows down, letting the engine sing. There's a new sign on my driveway now, private property. Trespassers meet justice. I polish that badge of pride, feeling the peace that comes with standing your ground and knowing that sometimes, just sometimes, karma really does make house calls. So here's my question for you. Who was right? Who was wrong? And where's the line between standing up for yourself and stirring the pot? I'd love to hear your take, because if you've ever dealt with a Margaret, this story's just the tip of the iceberg.